Hey, what's going on, guys? It's B. Avery here for another episode of Just My Opinion. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. And this one right here, we're talking about box office. We're talking about Jordan Peele's Us, his sophomore film. It is in its first week of release right now. We're not just talking about the whole weekend. We are not there yet, of course. We're just talking about Thursday and Friday. We do have those numbers, those estimates come in, and the film is doing great. I thought the film was great as well. I gave a non-spoiler review and didn't give a rating, but my spoiler review will be up right after this. So go ahead and subscribe so you can get tuned into all that and we can break down all these raising questions that this film raised. But anyway, going over to the box office. So the Thursday night preview, they started screening the film around 6-7 p.m. around the country, had 3,510 theaters. Some websites say around 3,700. I'm looking at boxofficemojo.com and thenumbers.com. Thursday night, it brought in $7.4 million. That is freaking fantastic. That's great. If you want to put that into perspective, Get Out, which came out in 2017, Jordan Peele's first film, that made $1.8 million in its Thursday night preview. And so just 7 p.m. till about, 10, 11, 12 at night, just depending on, the hours of that theater location or whatever. But that's great. If you want to look at it even further, Get Out had about 1,000 less theaters. It had 2,781, while Us had around 35 to 3,700. I mean, that makes sense to me. The guy, no one knew who he was for the most part other than a comedian before Get Out came out. He proved himself, so he's going to get some butts and seats with anticipation of people going crazy and things like that. But let's go over to Saturday. No, not Saturday. That's today. Let's go over to Friday, And it looks like including, the Friday numbers do include the Thursday night preview. So pulling in that $7.4 million from Thursday, the Friday total right now is looking around $29 million, $29.6 million to be exact. And I think that's just phenomenal. Not 29.6, $29.06 million, excuse me. Like I said, I think that's phenomenal. It had a B cinema score, while Get Out did have an A cinema score. So, it looks like some people did like Get Out slightly more. If you want my opinion on that, come back for my spoiler review, which will be dropping here in just a second. And so with those numbers right there, it's looking like Us, I was going to say Get Out, is going to be making around a $60 million weekend at minimum. Well, I don't want to say at minimum. Nothing is just really guaranteed, but it's looking that way when you follow the numbers and patterns of just how this thing right here works. And so Box Office Mojo is saying up to $64 million. If that's the case, if that's the case, and the budget was only $20 million, production budget, from Box Office Mojo, this film is already broken into profit land in its first weekend. And, it looks like it may even be a $100 million film, just depending on what that second week drop looks like. And, it has rave reviews right now. A lot of people are calling it a masterpiece. At the same time, on Rotten Tomatoes, it was at 100%. Earlier, it dropped down to 98. But at the same time, you just can't depend on Rotten Tomatoes anyway all the time. It's at 94 right now. So 94% of the critics liked the film. They thought it was positive. They gave it at least a 6 out of a 10 or higher. That's how Rotten Tomatoes works. But guys, I'm really, really excited about these numbers right here. I think Jordan Peele is a very talented director. Whether or not I found this film superior or not to Get Out, come back for my spoiler review. And I believe he has a 4-picture deal with Universal. If I'm incorrect, please let me know down in the comment section below. So we got Get Out, which I thought was great. We have Us, which I thought was great. Both films are making money for the most part, even though we only going off a day and a half of numbers here. But it is looking pretty good for a writer, producer, director, Mr. Jordan Peele. But guys, that is just my opinion. What do you think about all these numbers? The $7.4 million for Thursday night previews, the $29 million for Friday. Will this film make $60 million or more on its opening weekend? Because Get Out did $33 million, so it may even double that, guys. But again, thank you very much for tuning in. Just let me know whether you agree with me or you disagree with me. Did I turn you on? Did I turn you off? Let me know down in the comment section below. Let's get this conversation going and keep it flowing. If you like this video, go ahead and give me the thumbs up. If you don't, that's fine, but you can still subscribe to my channel. You can also look me up on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All that good stuff is right there at the bottom of your screen, and I made it very easy by providing links to all that down in the description box below, because I just want to thank you for tuning in to my opinion/review/reaction of these Friday numbers. And before you go, don't forget, come back, check out my spoiler review. My name is Brandon Keith Avery, and that's just my opinion. Peace.